In crypto, speed matters, but trust matters more. At Caleb & Brown, you're never on your own. We connect you with your own personal broker and a 24/7 team, ready to help you buy, sell, or swap over 250 digital assets with one flat, transparent fee. No spreads, no slippage, no hidden costs. Get the best market prices through deep, aggregated liquidity executed by our professional trading desk. Your funds are secured with institutional-grade cold storage for total peace of mind. Track every move in real time with our intuitive client portal, anywhere, anytime. Whether you're trading as an individual, trust, or business, we give you speed, security, and peace of mind. Thousands of clients in over 100 countries already trust Caleb & Brown. Visit calebandbrown.com and start your personalized crypto journey today.
Welcome in, guys, to another episode of Blockchain Brew Show. I am T-Square. This is our co-host today, Mr. Joe at Trade Intuition, guys. He's our special guest today. Before we get started, I just want to let everybody know, disclaimer, not financial advice. We're not liable for any financial decision of yours. I'm working on it, guys, getting my boxes back. You know, everybody loves being in the box, but it's coming. Don't you guys worry. Before we get started today, please smash that golden like button. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. Smash that like, guys, like that. We also have the subscribe bell. You ring-a-ding-ding, and you ring-a-ding-ding. You can find us over there on YouTube or over there on Rumble and Kick. And it's just, hey, guys, you know, we have to ask to grow, and just one of those things in life. But today, I brought a Voodoo Ranger, just a regular Imperial IPA. We're running about... What are we running about? 9%. So hey, that's pretty good, man, for a
9%.
Yeah, not it's not a dry hop triple IPA that Trent usually drinks, the Orange Julius of beers, but hey, they're pretty good. You got anything to drink today, Joe, or are you just rock and rolling?
Sure do. Nope. I brought my water. Let's go.
Hey.
Cheers it up.
Is that crystal water, or is that what is that spring?
It's HEB water.
Wait, what is it?
Not HEB. I'm sorry. Walmart water.
Oh.
HEB's back in Texas.
I was like, I've never even heard of that.
What, HEB? Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers. Hey, it's kind of matching my shirt.
Yeah, it's HEB. It's a big grocery store in Texas. It took out Kroger's and a bunch of other.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What about Winco?
I've never heard of that.
Oh man!
Oh, he says HEB, baby, Texas. Let's go.
Is that where you?
Is real big.
Is that where you live?
I used to in San Antonio.
Yeah. How long did you live there for?
All my life.
Really?
I just moved over here to Georgia, probably like 4 years ago, I guess. So, yeah.
Oh, nice. Did you go to Georgia because that's where Ben used to live, or lives?
Yeah. No, I came over here. I got bamboozled. My ex-boss said, "Joe, come over here. Help you, or I'll let you run the company, and you'll become a millionaire." I said, "All right, show me the ropes." He had a multi-million-dollar company, crypto.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I got over here, all lies. So.
Well, what happened? Like, is there a story to this?
Oh heck yeah, there's a big story.
Do we have time? Can you tell us?
In like 1 minute, I came over here. He told me he was going to show me the ropes. he never did. He always, oh, next week. Finally here, 8 months, called him out on it. I was like, listen, like I'm here to learn. Granted, I'm already working my way up in the ranks. Everybody had to answer to me. Then I would talk to him. But the pay wasn't reflecting, and I'm waiting for the bull run so that I could up my pay. And then one day he threatened my position because, again, I'm at the very top.
Yeah.
Threatened my position, and I knew if I caved to him, he would always use that for leverage. So I told him, all right, I'm out. So I left. And because I left, that very next day, he did everything in his power to get lawyers on me to get me out of my property. Which
wow, that's
he was
crazy.
very vindictive, very oh man, I forget the word, but it's where they control people.
Yeah,
he was that. And I told him, I said, dude, like I don't need this. I live under a bridge, you know. And sure enough, like he did everything in his power. And I told him too, I said, man, I would love to go to court and have the judge, you know, rule in your favor, a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
And here I am, just a squirrel, just, you know, trying to make some money. So
wow, is he still around?
Allegedly he passed, and I say that with very loose terms, because there's no proof.
Yeah.
And he had a whole bunch of money, and people with money, they can disappear. And he had people looking for him too. So yeah.
You hear about that guy who faked his own death and like moved to like Slavia, and he married some woman down there, and I think he's actually from Texas. Or maybe
really?
It might have been like maybe it was Alabama. It was someplace like out there, and they spent like they finally find him like Slavia, right, with some other women, and they brought him back, and then they founded him like $200,000 because that's how much they spent on search and rescue trying to find him. And then when they finally discovered he was in some other country with another woman, it didn't end well for him.
Wow.
Yeah, but well, let's jump into something, right? Thanks for sharing, Joe.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We're gonna jump into Cointelegraph. I actually haven't read any of the news today. I don't think we missed anything. We're gonna jump on in and see if we did. Square off. Excuse me. They should have said T-Square offers Bitcoin payments for merchants as crypto adoption accelerates. They don't have anything. Or here it is. Here's what happened in crypto today. Clickety clickety click click. North Dakota Preserve announces plan to state-backed Rough Rider stablecoin. Now North Dakota's doing it. So first it was Wyoming. Now we have North Dakota. The Bank of North Dakota is entering the stablecoin market with Rough Rider coin. It's so funny, Joe. Like I always hear about all these states doing these stablecoins, or just anybody in general, and they always using a company I've never even heard of. Like Hyperliquid was using a company that I'm like, who the heck is this? U.S. dollar backed. I mean, that's danger zone. I mean, we all saw what happened to Luna. You don't want to go with people that aren't reputable, that can handle crazy numbers and manipulation, whatever. A U.S. backed dollar or U.S. dollar backed cryptocurrency developed a partnership with the payment firm for Zeb. According to Wednesday announcement, the token available to the banks, credit unions of North Dakota in 2026, and designed to support interbank transactions, merchant payments, and cross-border money movement. For Zeb, reportedly reprocessed an estimated 35 billion merchant transactions in 2022. Its digital asset platform was introduced in June alongside with a white label stablecoin for banks. Rough Rider coin will operate on the system. For Zeb expects to be interoperable with other stablecoins. Okay, first off, 35 billion merchant transactions. I mean, really? Like, who is this? You know? The coin is named after Theodore Roosevelt, who served as the U.S. president from 1901 to 1909. In the late 1800s, Roosevelt led a unit called Rough Riders that fought in Cuba against the Spanish Army. He settled in North Dakota after retiring from politics. The Rough Rider token will be the second state-issued stablecoin announced in the U.S. the year following Wyoming's Frontier stablecoin, FRNT. The mainnet launched in August. Blockchains before confirming Hedera as its issuer in September. Hey, I love Hedera, man. You know what's really interesting? Wait, who confirmed Hedera? Wyoming for stablecoin front mainnet launched in August. The civil blockchains before confirming with Hedera. Wait, are they saying that Wyoming's using a stablecoin on top of Hedera. That I'm reading. The Rough Rider token will be a second state-issued stablecoin announced in the U.S. the year following Wyoming's Frontier stablecoin front. Being that launched. Yeah, I guess they are. So I didn't know that Wyoming used Hedera. Another thing that I was going to say is, have you ever seen the TV show I Love Lucy, Joe?
I've seen it, yeah.
I was watching it the other day, and they were at this hotel bickering, and the hotel bellboy, he was like, yeah, back in the 80s, they were, I don't know, doing something or other with the Spanish War. And I was like, wait, 80s? He meant 1880s. Whoa. That seems like a long time ago.
Yeah.
He made a reference to the 1880s. Something that I didn't think about it. I would catch on a TV series. BNB chain meme coins mint new millionaires in wild trading week. Cryptocurrency traders made millions of dollars in small cap meme coins on BNB chain over the past week, signaling a renewed wave of speculative capital fueling current market cycle. I'm actually kind of curious how many of those are insider traders and how many of those were already millionaires to begin with. They just minted new millionaires that were already millionaires. Amongst the most profitable investors, trader 0x, this person, who tuned an initial investment of $3,500 to $7.9 million, generating a 22,600 fold return in 3 days, according to the blockchain intelligence platform Look On Chain. That's definitely insider trading. I'm sorry, that is 100% insider. Trader Hexius turned 360k investment into over 5.5 million by investing in the recently launched 4 meme coins. Okay, first off, anybody who has 360k is already a millionaire if they have that in meme coins. Facts.
Yep.
Which went parabolic after an X post from Binance co-founder CZ. Other speculators also jumped on the token trading, including the trader BRC20, this guy, who turned 730,000 investment into 5.4 million, printing a 1,200-fold return on investments, according to Look On Chain. And facts, did he sell? Because it's not real until that guy sold. And if he sold in a large amount of that supply, he's probably not going to sell like that. And if he did sell, it could cause a pretty serious cataclysmic crashes. And more likely, all those guys know each other. The activity followed a trade earlier, or it could be the same guy too, just different wallets. The activity followed a trade earlier in the week with the wallet. This 872 netted nearly $2 million in profits within hours of investing just $3,000 in the 4 token. The trader achieved, is it talking about the 4, that meme coin token? You know what I'm talking about?
No idea.
The 4 token. The trader achieved 650-fold return after Zhao reshared a post about the token to his 8.9 million X followers on October 1st. No, that's pretty cool. And then it says Canary's Litecoin HBAR ETFs ready for go time after the government shutdown. Well, they said that already, that the SEC asked everybody to cancel their files and then refile for another one that allows them to pretty much launch whenever they want. I mean, we could cover this if you really want, really quick. I'm not interested in reading the full article. It says ETF improved after filing key final details on Tuesday, but they're likely to launch while the U.S. government is shut down. Well, that's cool. Oh, Joe, you know what this brought me up? So I heard today, so first off, I didn't fact check this, but this sounds right to you, it sounds right to me, is that crypto markets usually do really well under government shutdowns. And I heard from a person I listened to called X22 Report, he's not crypto person, but he said for Trump to get the power he needs to fire everybody in the government, it takes 61 days to do that, which they say being shut down correlates with an Uber market for crypto. And I'm like, well, 61 days, what will that put us? I mean, we got October, November, and just the front of December, that actually correlates pretty well for, everything to go absolutely nuts, including these ETFs are coming along the way. And, like it or hate it, if he doges the government, which I'm pro small government, because I think we need a government. I just think that we have a lot of excess in a lot of areas that we don't need it, and some areas I feel like we need more. But that's just a preference. We have a lot of wall lookers where they just look at the wall, so they walk. They don't want anybody to look at them. Like, my job is important. I'm just gonna look at the wall while I'm walking down the hallway. But anyways, so yeah, I think that might be uber bullish and interesting. The timelines line up with everything. Do you have any thoughts on that, Joe?
No, I agree. And there's other stuff in the. I've already forgotten what they were, but it was in the news about a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. But and everything that they were saying, where it happened to do with the government, like it all lines up with the November-ish timeframe when everything should start going up. And I forgot what they were though. It's been a few months, but I just know that, like, okay, November is when supposedly we're supposed to go to the moon, and everything that's supposed to happen in the government lines up with November-ish.
It's interesting. You know, how many people, Joe, are having the same conversation that me and you are having right now, where last cycle people were like, November-ish, we should go? Do you think that was part of people's conversations? Or I think they were just like, let's go, baby, it's on, it's just going. Like, do you think people saw that altcoin season running? Was that the first alt season, or did we have one before that? That's the second one, right?
Yeah.
The altcoin season. So do you think people foresaw that one coming?
Yeah. There was a bunch of YouTubers letting people know that November was good. December, you should sell. Not everybody was saying that, but the ones I was watching were saying you should sell in December, just for the simple fact that income tax or taxes rather, and everything else. But then, because it was getting so bullish and everybody just FOMO since the city, everybody's like, well, this is an extended cycle. Nothing like this has ever happened before. So now everybody's pushing from the December cutoff date to potentially, March, maybe even May of that following year.
Yeah.
And that's when I got wrecked, because I was listening to them
me too.
versus watching the charts.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know what the heck I was looking for. So a lot of me was depending on other people, which called me crazy, but I literally knew nothing about crypto. So it's like, I didn't know. I just didn't know. I knew nothing about investing. I threw $3,000 in Dogecoin and turned it into $40,000, and that was me selling strictly on prayer, when to sell, and walking away, man. And I did pretty good. I mean, I still got hurt because I put more money in later and then lost. Well, held it to the bottom, but yeah, I don't know when. So if I got in a Doge, that was like in May, right? That it pumped. So I already missed the November, December. It was like almost a second rally in 2022. Right? Am my dates wrong? Maybe was it 20? No, it's 2021. Because I got in December
when everything took off.
Yeah, I got in, I think, in December of 2020, and then 2021, like, I don't know, let's say 3 months. February is when I sold. I can't remember. I tried to pull it up on the charts, but this chart didn't go that far back. Yeah,
I call it the genius phase, where everybody's a genius. Especially the YouTubers. I told you guys, a couple weeks ago, I told you last month, I told you 3 months ago, and now everybody's up, join my group, blah, blah, blah. I'm a genius. It's like, dude, everybody's up.
Scammers. And that's a lot of scammers, Joe, because do you know who Joe Paris is?
No.
He was like a meme coin genius, and I'm not trying to throw shade on him, but he did get me wrecked a little bit. And it's because, for instance, he was talking about all these meme coins coming out. I remember a specific one. He was like, dude, 100x my $5,000. And that's how I got started, is what he was saying. And he got into a pre-sale, and he was all about pre-sales, right? Well, but I didn't have the capital to get in. So he's like, just get in on the launch. Here's the launches, just get in. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to 100x one. I'm going to work really hard. And I'm going to wait for that second launch. I'm going to hit the button and try to get the transaction to go through. And I ended up buying one called ADA Launchpad. And I was up for like $20 for like 2 minutes. And I got wrecked on that. Like, it went down to like 2 cents after like a month. And then he does a video though, like a week after launch. He goes, you 150x'd it, and you're up this much money. And I was like, dude, how did somebody 150x it? I literally bought it like seconds it came out. Like, how did I miss that button? I was literally hitting and spamming the button, trying to get in. And then I discovered there was like a pre-sale, there was like a pre-sale, and there's a seed round, and there's this guy round. So he was talking about gains that he made that was 100% insider trading, but he didn't say that, and he dumped it on my head. You know,
Yep.
I was like, "You sons of guns!" Like, and then he was like, "Get into my Discord, and I'll give you I'll give you alpha." You know who else did that? You know who Archetype is?
Who?
Archetype.
No.
He's another meme coin scammer. And this actually has happened to my friend, and it's really sad because he was kind of like my mentor in this space, and he's elderly, and he went all in on this coin, like all in, took all his money out, went all in on it, whatever he had, and he turned like, I want to say like 25 grand into 180K in like 2 days. And he was waiting to sell half at 200K profit, or 200K bag, and was going to sell half of it. Archetype, I guess I should say this, allegedly Archetype, but it was probably him, dumped it and rugged the whole thing on everybody. He goes, "Well, guys, I told you that I was going to get you guys a 400x or whatever." I'm like, "It's not my fault that you guys didn't take profit." And I was like, and the people he dumped on was also his like premium Discord holders. And I was like, dude, people bought it because they trusted you. And that guy didn't no regrets. I mean, allegedly did it, no regrets, but he did it. That's what I think. But yeah, terrible, man. You guys got to really watch the spaces out there. You got to find who's genuine in this space. I really love Joe. That's one of the reasons we connected, just because I felt the genuinity on him, that the fact he just really wants to help people out here. So thank you for coming on, Joe.
Yeah, definitely. And one thing I do, especially on my channel, is I just warn people. And some people, they give me slack for it. They're like, "Oh man, you're always dogging all these other traders." And I was like, "No, man. Like I'm trying to protect people. Like because most traders are like this, and they only see what they want to see. And what I'm doing is I'm taking off their blinders and saying, look out for this. Here's a sign as well. Look at these indicators for somebody who's good at trading and somebody who's a good salesman." And that's all I try to do. I just try to warn people about it. And some people like it, some people don't. This space is very, very political. So
Toxic.
If certain people have groups, then you are ousted because you're speaking out against certain people that are really wrecking new traders.
Yeah. But I was going to say too, Joe, on that note, but I'll just change subjects because I'm losing my train of thought. Welcome in, Bullish Billionaire. Thank you for joining us today. So what we got going on? DCA says, "Tuck me in, bro, because this market looks like shit." Well, Zcash is doing pretty good. Zcash has been hot lately. Mantle is doing pretty good too. It's also been doing hot. Isn't Mantle a layer 2, Joe?
No idea.
No idea. I think it's a layer 2, but I could be wrong on that. I guess it's been a while since I looked into it. I keep seeing this one. CryptoFace has been calling this one, and that's another thing too, guys. Is a lot of these people. I actually like CryptoFace, and I've done pretty good with him. But he was saying this this only been out for a week, okay? So when you see it, he started ripping. He just like, dude, it's time to get in. He's probably ripping. And all we know is he could have been the one that dumped it because that guy's got so much money. You just don't know. No, I'm not throwing any shade on you, CryptoFace, because I use your market cipher, and I think you're a good trader. I think you were a good trader before market cipher came out. But I did see you call this, and then you're like, I'm up 30%. I'm up another 30% since being up. Besides that, everything else looks like it is taking a break. Wow, dude, even Aster's down 10% today. It's looking actually kind of bearish, man. I don't really like how that chart pattern lurks. XPL, the plasma. Dude, I don't know why, but I feel like somehow these are coincided together with Aster just because they're like the same age when they got released. But when I looked them up, they looked differently. But man, I swore that they were somehow connected. MYX, dude, has been dumping pretty hard too. I thought like it was probably gonna go to this little bump right there. You guys can't really see it, but if I could try to get there, maybe I get down the monthly. I can't do it. I think it's gonna go to about $3.50 though. BNB's down 2.1% today. Oh my goodness, BNB fell off a cliff, guys. Went from 130 $1,300 to $1,200. Oh my gosh, it was literally like less than a month ago, guys. It was at $800. Do you think that little dip is like screaming off a cliff? Probably not. I mean, we have to dive in a little deeper to the charts to really give you that detail, but it's probably okay. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a little retrace, even do 1,200 to 1,100, and even I bet you we could even come back down to $1,000 and still be completely fine. Which that's almost a 50% shave the top off from where we're currently at. So let's go jump into some charts. Maybe I'll check out the top 200 later. Oop. All right, we're in the charts. Let's go take a look at Bitcoin. Hey, you know what was doing good today is gold, guys. Freaking gold has been absolutely on a tear. You know, freaking gold hit almost $4,100, dude. Like that's insanity. Silver's okay. It's okay. It keeps pumping. We want to break that $50 level, guys, because then it's like breaking like what, a 70s high. I think it's actually probably before that. I don't even know how to go back and look at an all-time high with on silver without pulling up the actual chart on where they're pulling the data from. So what I am looking at the 4-hour chart now. Correct me if I'm wrong, Joe. Now this could be bullish, but I do see a low. Here's a high. Here's a lower high. So I'm curious now if this candle right here on the 4-hour, if we're going to close and make a lower low. And if that's the case, I would not be surprised to come back and revisit this 115,000K level. Now, we did have an anchor trigger wave. It was invalidated, and the money flow has been coming down from the peak. So already I'm on fence saying that I'm feeling bearish. And I am feeling bearish. We got Stokes and Strength coming down over here. VWAP is coming down. It is at a +1 right now, which is very low considering that it was also at like a 12. So it's been definitely been coming down. On the 1 hour, we also have a red X, and that red X late pushed us to this very, very local support at 121. Excuse me. The VWAP has been coming down, has been coming down, and is pretty low. Stokes RSI are low. Strength is coming down a lot. Excuse me again. Oh my goodness, that pizza, man. We come over to the 15-minute. This is some of the cool things that Market Cypher does have, which doesn't necessarily always play out, but I always like seeing when it does. So we got like our blood diamond here, X. Blood diamond here, X. Well, look at this. It just dumped. Compared to here, it didn't really dump. Why didn't it dump as hard? Well, because right here, if you come back and look, the Stokes RSI are green and doing good. Oops, right here, green and doing good. But this red dot that we have isn't a trigger wave. When we get a trigger wave that's really tight on the 0 line, there's a strong force saying we are coming down. And also, if you come up and look, the Stokes RSI is red and high using the Market Cypher trend pattern. Oh, look at that. We just got a double green dot. You guys saw that print. And I'm always a little anxious to trade these green dots. You can, but I've noticed them kind of not hit the first time. Like you could come back over here. You know, we had this one right here. You could have longed that one. You would have did fine. Okay. But then right here, you could have tried to catch this one right here. You would have caught this candle and then you would have kept going down. And then you would have had more emotion. Like, am I fine? How far is it going to go lower? You would have had this one back here, this green dot. You would have longed this one. You'd been like, hey, I'm doing pretty good. And you looked away like this, and he came back to 15 minutes. You'd be like, you'd be like, oh my gosh, what did I do to myself? Hey, what's up, Nate? What's crack-a-lacking, bro? We got Mr. Chris in the chat too. What's up? What's up? What's up, Chris? And we got Junior. Shit has me exhausted. You know, this might be a good point to really say something too on this note, because I was talking to Joe about this beforehand. And maybe it sounds more of a genius to me, but maybe where's my text thread I sent to Trent? Maybe I might just read this because I was telling him what I was thinking about, because I was honing in on my skills. I said, you know what I was thinking? Charts only go 2 directions, up and down. Anything in between is a game trying to confuse you that you might discover something new. Kind of like life, heaven and hell. Life is the game in the middle, trying to trick you. Creating high leverage, high stakes can cause you to feel like your time is running out. The reality is God's already won, and we need to understand we are on his time. And that's a don't short God's plan. And then the sum two of it is, it really is. Like, if we go back on Bitcoin, like, this little red dump would have scared the bejeebies out of you. But you flash back to, like, the monthly candles, like, they're just green, straight up. You guys can't even see this because I haven't expanded it out yet. But they were literally just green. And that's just telling you, like, even back in 2012 or 2013 when it came up, if you just chilled out and just left, like, you probably could have left a 2x leverage open way back here in 2013, and you'd have been fine. You could have just rode that sucker all the way up. My point is that leverage is a trick to get people to gamble. Gambling is a thing, and it's kind of like a little bit like speeding too. I was telling Joe this before we started the stream. If you drive 1 mile over the speed limit, are you going to get a ticket? Probably not. You drive up to 5 miles over the speed limit, you're probably not going to get a ticket. But now you hit 7 to 10, there's a chance that there might be a cop out there that wants to be kind of a dick, has nothing to do, and is going to pull you over. Then if you do like leverage, like say speeding like 10 to 20 miles over the speed limit, you're going to get a ticket, and it's going to be soon. And so my point is that they adjust leverage to up to 100. You want to do 100 miles an hour over, you're going to die. That's just a matter of time. So the trick is just to drive a little slow, guys. Like, be okay. We're in something super duper early. Crypto hasn't even got to like mass adoption yet, and you don't need to get rich quick. That's not unheard of. And if you did, the odds of you having the maturity to hold that money is very low. So you should just, if you're going to use leverage, which I believe in leverage, okay, as a tool, it's good. I think well, for one, it's entertaining. Two, that it can be a tool if you use it properly to help get where you need to go quicker. But try to stick and do like 2 to 5. Like, you can use $15, and I don't care if you made 30 cents on the trade. Well, add the extra 30 cents on your next trade. If it took you, let's say you went down, you were negative $10, okay, or let's say $7. Just leave it open. You know, use a little bit of risk management when you open the trades. Like, just don't long or short the top or along the tops, but use it properly, guys, and you should be fine. And then if you leave it open, wait till your money comes back in, you make an extra 30 cents, cool, you close your trade out, and then you wait for the opportunity to present itself. You don't always have to be in a trade. I bet you Joe is not in a trade 99% of the time, or 99% of the time, he's not always actively in a trade. He searches those opportunities out, guys. It's like trying to go find treasure on an island. You're not going to just go start digging random holes. You sit there with your map and you keep walking till you get to the face that looks like a mountain. Then you take your turn and then you keep going the clue hunting. That's what trading is. You have to find your clues to get into the trades that you want. What do we got over here? Sorry, I missed a couple chats. We have Jay Violet. She says, "Oh, hey." And then she goes, "Sup, Joe?" And she says, "Dumps are a breeze now. I've been through a few hefty ones now." And it's just like, whatever, LOL. And Violet's like, "Chris!" And then Jay Violet goes, "Hello, how are you doing this farm day?" And Jay Violet said, "I'm good. It's work time for me. Man, it's been work time for me too." I said, and then LT said, "I love 20x leverages, but I'm a DJ dumbass." Hey, it's okay, LT. You know, have you ever got a speeding ticket? I've been pulled over twice by the same cop for doing 30 miles an hour over the speed limit, and I went to church with that cop. And the second time he pulled me over in the exact same spot in the same week, I said, just give me a ticket. You know, I'll go defer it. But man, that kind of sucked because he sent me to aggressive driving school. I felt like I didn't belong in that class. But Chris, do you want to cover Bitcoin?
What's up?
You want to cover anything? You want to cover Bitcoin? Do an overlay?
Yeah.
Do one of your Chris trades? Oh, I got to put you on the screen, huh?
All right. So for this is Bitcoin. It might look a little messy, but a couple things I do want to point out. This extension leg, or this move up from the low to the high, what I like to do is I like to look for a retracement of at least 38%, possibly 50%. Oh, wrong way. Let's go to the right. And we can kind of just see that here. So if we do it like this, price right now, it came down to the 236, kind of coming up. To me, and we kind of went over this on my show earlier today, I would like to see price come down, break this low, come up, do a lower high, keep on coming down. Here we have a bounce zone where this is an area where we may bounce. It also coincides with my 382, which would be a nice healthy bounce. But I really want to see it come down lower to the 0.5. So between 119.1 and 117.4 is where I'm looking at. Now, I think 117.4 is a stronger move. If we kind of go to a higher time frame, we can just kind of see this level. It's really nice support right here. Nice resistance. So this is where I'm thinking that hopefully we might bounce. If not, we have this trend line. Everybody has different names. What's that?
What was that first price level?
119.487.
Okay.
Oh wait. 119.487. So that's my 382. Let me just move it out a little bit more. So it's right there, and it actually coincides with my box that I have. So to me, that's more confluence or stuff that agrees with each other. And then the 0.5 is the bottom of this box, which happens to be the really strong level. So this is my zone that I'm looking at, 119.5, 117.4. And if we break out of that, well, then we have this. Now, of course, everybody has different lines. We have the spider lines. We have Crypto Blood. He has the blood lines. For Trade Intuition, I have the power lines. I got to try to sell you something. So these are power lines, and these are very important levels. This goes back from the first cycle to the second cycle, wick to wick, and then the other one is about candle body to the candle body, which gives us this zone, and you can see that it respects it very, very well. It's not like here. I mean, here's another example. Respects it very, very well. So anytime we're in here, we're bullish, and especially if we're above this zone, which is kind of like our mid zone. So we're bullish. But if it breaks below, bearish, and actually we're in a short. We just entered it right here. We were in a long. We were in a long over here, and then we rode it up. Our first target hit. As it was coming down, I was telling, move your stop loss, so it's in profit. And then I did several updates saying that I'm pretty sure we're going to come down. I don't know. And here's the thing too, like with me, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I just have probabilities. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Here's an aggressive entry. I'm thinking that potentially we'll come up to add to our entry, or if you want to do a safer entry, it comes up, comes down, breaks this pivot, we enter the trade. Now, one thing that I'm sure you probably noticed, I don't even look down here. I got indicators. I don't even look at this stuff, but I know some traders do. So even with the people that I talk to, so I showed this right here. We had a possible bullish divergence where this was lower than this. However, and this is why it's very important, a lot of people don't teach possible. The reason it's possible is perfect example. Price could go lower, and then now, well, this is no longer divergence. Before, this was higher, or this was lower than this. And that's what I'm kind of showing here. But the reason it's possible bullish divergence is because if the price goes lower, guess what the indicator is going to do? It lags. It's going to go lower. Now there's no divergence. Now, eventually, there'll be divergence somewhere. But very important, I teach possible divergence. But again, I don't really even look at this stuff. Not too much. Every once in a while I will.
I was just noticing that too, Joe, as a trader who's not been in the game as long as you have. I was noticing that with my divergences using Market Cipher, that they don't make, you'll have the divergence, but if it doesn't, on the blue waves, if they don't cup, I started not counting it because it could go lower, and then you lose the divergence. So it's real it's a real thing that Joe's teaching, guys, that a lot of people don't teach. So straight grade A alpha.
Yeah, so what I do is I literally teach like the trading. Like I have nothing to sell you. So, and there's a lot of times where I'm talking about the long wick reversals, where the mentors will say, "Look, guys, we have a long wick reversal. It came down. Look, guys, we had a long wick reversal. It went up." Here we had a long wick reversal and went down. They show you all that stuff, and they're pointing out the stuff that works. However, they don't show you everything. And the reason I'm saying that is because look right here. We have a long wick. Where's the reversal? Oh, it came up. So let's not talk about this because it doesn't show what they're teaching. Same thing with anywhere else, like in the chart. And here's another one where we have a long wick, but they don't point this out because it didn't go up. If it would have gone up, then they would have said, oh, long wick reversal, join my group. I'll show you this stuff. But they only show you what they want. It's like a cloak and dagger. So what I do is I just show you how to trade. I give you the what works and what doesn't. Yeah.
Do you ever see like Head and Shoulders play out everywhere, Joe? And you're like, I mean, not play out, but you see them everywhere, like inverted and then regular Head and Shoulders. You're like, I can't figure out if this one's going to play out or not, so I just don't play them at all because they're literally everywhere. And you're like,
yeah, for me, I'm not a pattern trader. I learned patterns. That's why I first started. Yeah. But patterns, bullish patterns play out in a bullish market. So if you have a bullish pattern in a bear market or a really, and so every market has different cycles, beginning, middle, end. So depending on the segment of the cycle that you're in or the market you're in, depending on that segment, depends on how you trade. So you can't use what you're learning now to trade forever. You have to have those segments. So in a bullish market, something like a inverse head and shoulders will play out beautifully in a bullish market. In a bearish market, this inverse head and shoulders may fake out, and then now we're doing this. So what I do is I don't really trade patterns, I trade levels. So when it breaks this level, it's basically structure, market structure. That's what it is really. And so what I do is I trade levels. I see what the bigger trend is, and knowing that the trend could always reverse, but that's how I trade. So if there's an inverse head and shoulders, cup and handle, falling wedge, et cetera, I'm looking for the levels to break, and that's how I trade. So if anyone's watching right now, and they want us, and what I would love to do is you do a chart, I do a chart, we kind of break them down, or if somebody wants to for me to do a chart or whatever, like let us know. Like this is what I love doing. I have a passion for not only showing you how I trade, and I don't charge you, not only showing you how I trade, but like all the tips and tricks that go along with the trading. So that's what I like.
Yeah, I like it, Joe. So we are leaning bearish, is what Joe is saying. Yeah,
bearish. Now we could, like I mentioned, we could bounce here. And that's what this short is right here. Our first target already hit. Our first target hit. So, and this is what I do. So now our first target hit, we got to move our stuff. So I'm just going to move this over, and I try to keep it as neat as possible. Now, I want to show you something. So here's an extension leg. So here's our extension leg right here. I would like to see it pull up to the 382 at least. 0.5 is the max. So I'm going to put it right here into the golden pocket, which is okay. Oh, let me put this, which is okay. But sometimes it'll go into the golden pocket and reverse still. But here is where I'm going to move our stop loss. So now we're barely losing anything. And I would like to put it into, slight profit, so we can at least cover our fees. But we didn't do it. So this one is going to be our stop loss. Now, of course, I'm open to questions. I love questions too.
Well, I think we're going to jump into Ethereum in just a second. But before we do that, Joe, I got to cover my favorite segment. Do you know what my favorite segment is, Joe?
Yes, I do.
That's my code word. Guys, if you haven't already, we partnered up with BitBuy. Alex over there has hooked us up with a sweet deal. No KYC, no VPN, and you save 20% with our trading fees. Now, hang on, because I do actually have a little bonus for you guys at the end, which if you haven't already heard, which most of you guys probably already have, uncovered anyways. But also, if you're new to trading and you're green and you're just trying to get your feet wet, we have a $100 deposit and you get 60% of your money in a bonus. And then we have a $500 deposit and you get $100 bonus. And you deposit $1,000, you get a $200 bonus. And you deposit $5,000, you get a $1,000 bonus. It doesn't need to be USDT. It could be, or you could do Tether, you could do Cardano, you could do XRP, you could do all the above, you could do Render. You just have to have that equivalent amount in your account, and you should get it, relatively immediately. Now, as a cool thing that we're doing too is we're going to try to do giveaways every single event. We have 2 events a month, and starting the 15th, we're going to give away $100 to somebody who goes to our event on our X account, and all you have to do to get entered is share it, tag us, and put your favorite, well, you don't really have to, but put your favorite crypto in there because I want to know. And maybe you will win some of your favorite crypto. Maybe you just get Tether if that's what you guys really want. But we're going to give away $100 to somebody. Right now, you have a 1 in 6 shot of winning $100. And we're going to do the spin on the 15th. So, guys, if you haven't already, that 1 in 6 shot winning $100 is a really sweet deal. So, head on over to our X, follow us, share the link, tag us, put your favorite crypto in there. We're going to check it out. Now, also, with you signing up with your deposit bonus, you get access to our VIP Discord, or you can get access to Discord for free, but you get VIP access to the VIP channel. And there will, I can just pull it up. Give me a second. I'll just pull it up for you guys. I can get off the screen. Jump on over to the VIP channel. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, whoa, that's weird. It's like on, I have it on one of my other screens, so it's like minimized. All right, well, here's a trade from yesterday for Aster. It was a long setup. Well, apparently this one didn't play out because it was went down today like 7%. But anyways, it gave you an entry point of 1.83 to 1.77. You have your take profit level 1, 2, 3, and a stop loss right here. And you have another one over here, which is the XRPL long, entry price of 0.866 to 0.82. Take profit at $1.20, $1.40, and $1.68. Stop loss at 77 cents. And there was these are the swing trades, and then you also got scalp trades, which are a little bit more rapid. Here's a long setup for BNB at $1,282 entry, which I think that's actually where we just got to on BNB. Where's BNB at right now, Joe?
That I don't. I think I'd be. Oh, here BNB is right here. BNB right now is at 1270. 1270.
1270. Okay, yeah. So you would have just gotten in this trade, and it's saying along, and so your stop loss is at 1240. So you have a little bit of wiggle room, and then take profits 1300, 1360, and 1400. So it's a cool little tool, guys. I mean, I guess you can't rely on it 100% because that's just a terrible thing to do, and terrible for me to tell you to do. But if you learn how Joey does his setups, guys, you can literally say, come over, look at comp or BNB, and then take how Joey sets all his trades up, and you apply it to this chart, and then it kind of helps you find those gems to try to get those trades in, see if it makes sense. And so, yeah, it's just a little tool, guys, that's free if you sign up using our link that for BitFi. I'm going to swing on over back to Ethereum. Yeah, guys, 1 in 6 shot, man. Go out there, share the link, have some fun. And where were we at? I left this chart open. I'm going to close the Discord so I can see my other stuff I like to have open. Okay, come on, Ethereum, let's go. You guys want to look at something else too, like the dominance or Bitcoin Cash?
I think Billionaire wanted to see Doge.
Go swing the Doge then. You still here, Billionaire? If not, I'll still cover Doge, but I was just curious. Excuse me. The meme coins, man. I wasn't sure if he was talking about Doge or if he was talking about the fact that I was talking about Doge earlier.
Oh, true, true.
But where is Doge at? It's in the D's. Let's go ETH. Pamp already. So many crappy alts can run. I know, man. It's just a bargain, dude. It's just a bargain, LT. if you weren't in a 20x trade right now, I would say you should DCA into it, lower your dollar cost average. It's a good day to do it. You guys always have to do the opposite, whatever the candles are telling you. You know, if we're getting green candles, it's time to short. If we're getting red candles, you start getting your long. You know, it's reverse, man. It's really hard to do the opposite, but it's the name of the game, guys. Stokes RSI strength is coming down. Momentum wave is coming down on Doji on the 1 hour. I always think it's funny when people call it Doji. People call it all the time at work Doji. And I'm like, I'm just going to make fun of you now.
I used to call it Dodge.
Dodge.
Yeah, the
I've
Dodge
heard that.
coin.
Yeah.
Like, it's Doge. Ah, dang it.
Doji, Dodge, Deej. I don't know what it is. It's an Elon coin, right? You know what this really kind of pattern kind of looks like to me, Joe? Just off the bat, off the boot, it looks like it had like a couple fake breakouts, and it looked like it broke back into its pattern. It kind of looks like this to me. Kind of looks like a little bit of a flag, but also I also see this pattern. I always see multiple patterns, and I don't know if it's necessarily the right thing to do. But I saw this earlier at work while I was at work, and I was like, oh, it's making a diamond pattern. Diamond patterns usually are bearish, and maybe it is, maybe it's not, but that's what I was just thinking. And what Market Life was making me feel like it actually is bearish because of the VWAP. Technically, it hasn't flipped over on itself, but that sharp decline, that rejection is pretty nasty looking. The money flow is coming down. Look at that strength. The strength literally looks like a V shape down. The Stokes RSI look like they're coming down. DBSI went from a -3 to a 7 for the bears. You know why we have to say B for bears and B for bulls? Because I always, as a guy who can't say words very well, it makes it very complicated when I'm trying to get the right words out. Doge seems dead this run. Elon is done pumping it too. Well, we will see. I don't know if it's dead. I think you'll probably hit a buck. I think you hit a buck, Joe. What's your arm going to throw in a guess for you? Tongue and cheek it.
I was very disappointed with Doge, especially when Doge was in the government. You know, as far as Doge and Elon Musk, and I'm thinking, man, it's gonna pump to the moon,
dude.
I'm waiting for all this new money to come in. They're seeing the word Doge. They're hearing Elon Musk. Then they see on their exchange, on their on their app, they're seeing Doge, like, oh man, it's up 37%. I'm gonna buy it. That's what I was waiting for. But new money never came in. Market was just.
I was like, they named it Doge. That was like the ultimate like meme of the memes. I thought for sure it was going to go bazooka.
Yeah.
Is Elon still in a lawsuit over that? Do you remember? Do you know? Has the SEC dropped that? I know that he was in a very long one and he wasn't talking. I have not heard if they actually have dropped it.
No idea.
The daily right now, Doge is probably the same thing as Bitcoin. We have red dot, anchor trigger wave to the downside. You know what's really interesting though is we are definitely making higher lows, and we're not really making. We had one higher high, but we didn't really make a. We made one lower high, but but the lows weren't consolidated. They're playing games, okay. And these moves are slowing down where they're not quite as large. And I think we're correlating up because I'm looking at this VWAP, and you guys probably can't tell as much on my screen, but it just looks like it's starting to get flatter. Like it's not open doors to the downside, like almost how this one was right here, or like how this was like an open doors to the upside. This looks like it has a little bit of chip already in that VWAP, and I'm thinking that when you zoom in, it looks a lot weaker of a chip, but I'm thinking that might just plateau, and we might do what. Well, this is Doge, but it makes me feel like Bitcoin's probably only go to like what Joe was thinking is 119. The 2-day does look a little bit more bearish though, with a little trigger wave to just about trigger wave to the downside. 3-day still shows that it could have some gas. The 5-day has a red dot now. What? Well, we have the daily, 2-day, 3-day all close at the same time. That's funny. The 8-day, we lost our green dot on the 8-day. Oh, Jiminy crickets, man! That's a terrible thing to see right now. Oh no, wait. Never mind, guys. Hold your brakes. I'm looking at Doge. I'm not looking at Bitcoin. We're okay. We're okay. I was comparing to the Bitcoin trade. Oh, almost gave myself a little heart attack right there. Doge is going to sneak up out of nowhere, just like Floki is now, and it will have its day. Just hasn't had it yet. Just like LTC does. Didn't Floki migrate onto Ethereum? Or was
No
it
idea.
Ethereum and it migrated onto BNB?
I just trade the charts.
You just trade the charts. What's your favorite coin to trade right now?
I don't know.
Dude,
Right, the past like 2 months, it's been more so investing.
Yeah.
But we've taken a few trades, and right now I'm just kind of trading just Bitcoin.
Do you?
We just opened a short right now on another coin, but right now just Bitcoin.
Do you trade 100% of your bag, or do you hodl it for the run, or do you have you trade just a portion of your bag?
Are you talking about like my USDT or what
Yeah,
are you
like
talking
for me, I have my Bitfi bag that I trade solely with, and then I have my alt bag, which I'm saving for like the crazy blow off top, and I'm gonna start DCAing it out. Like, do you have two separate bags, or do you just like have one bag and you're just like all in here?
No. So I have a different wallets where I have my crypto in, and then to trade with, I have different ones that I trade with too. So like one of them I'll trade with very little money. It's just because I don't want to take a lot of trades. So if I'm doing like a lot of setups, and a lot of setups to me is like maybe 2 today, maybe 1 tomorrow, maybe 3 the next day, 2 the next day. So all those are trades that I want to be in, so I can show the group, hey, these are the results we're getting.
Yeah.
So I don't trade with a whole bunch of money. That way, if I need to, I could add to my trades or dollar cost average. But
Yep. Welcome in, D, not you. Yeah, I scared myself too, Chris, with that. I was like, oh my gosh, what did we do to ourselves? I mean, granted, Bitcoin could turn into red dot or could disappear. But like I said earlier, actually, I guess this green dot can't disappear. We have it on the 8 day, and it looks like it's staying. But even if it did disappear, I'm still bullish for October. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay if we lose our dots because we're in a good season. What alts you invest in, Joe? LT said.
Right now, let me see my list. Well, right now for sure, it's BNB. I have that one. Let's see here. What other ones do I have? Aster, Link, Hype.
Are you bullish on Aster?
Yeah, I'm very bullish on Aster.
What about
bullish on Aster, and also the other one. What's the one?
The chain link on that chain base?
No, it's Aster and the one that Brian Armstrong from Coinbase has.
Yeah, I thought that was the base one, right?
Yeah. I forget the name.
I'll know it when I see it.
Yeah, same here.
I'll know
but those are the ones right now that I'm. Same thing with Doge, Litecoin. Now, of course, Doge, Litecoin, that's because of the possible. Yeah, that's because of the possible ETFs. And even though Litecoin's a dinosaur, it's going to move, in my opinion. Could I be wrong? Sure. But Doge, Litecoin, Aster, Link, Hype, BNB, and then the other one that's not Aster.
Avantis, AVNT.
Avantis, that one. There's another one too. I don't have it. I ended up selling it. But the one that's on base, it is the DEX. Velodrome. It's not Velodrome. It's
Aerodrome.
That one's a good one too. But those are the alts that I'm. And there's so many alts, but those are my main ones. I need to get back into Aerodrome, but I ended up selling it. I made some decent money.
Good money. Yeah. I don't own any Aerodrome, and if I probably would pick it up if I had money. I don't know if it would be the first one I'd pick up. So I like to buy in bulk. Whenever I buy, I add another coin to my bag. And like there's certain numbers I like to have. But I hear good things about it. I don't know how I feel on it long term, but short term, I feel like it probably will do well this market. And shout out to subscriber 573 and 574. Thank you guys for subscribing. I really appreciate you over on the channel. If I ever say like a number like 373 or 374, just know that I do what I mean and not what I say, because dyslexic and numbers are hard. Hey, what's up, Connor? How you doing? I'm gonna swing on over real quick to this liquidation level on CoinGlass, and we had a fat liquidation, guys, over at 123. I was telling you when we were right here, I was like, dude, we're totally gonna steal this liquidation. I was like, I don't care, we're coming down. We were so close to it, and we actually could even come down to like where Joe was just saying 119. I mean, there was a good couple $100 million worth of liquidations down here that we could sweep up and snag no problems. And more likely, if we hit these over here, if we decide to come down that low, there's a good chance we'll probably come down to 118, because that's what there's a good little gap right here where the liquidations can come down and kind of chill out for a minute or two. And it's really interesting too, is because we were looking at this chart yesterday on the 3-day. Okay. I remember going over here and I was looking at the 126 levels. And I told you guys yesterday that there was 300 million worth of liquidations that were on 3 little key candles on here. And guess what? All the shorts took money off the table, which is telling you right now that the likelihood of us coming down and snagging up this liquidity is probably pretty high. I mean, don't trade against the trend, right? The trend's coming down. Trend is coming down for what it looks like to me. We're going to check out a little bit Ethereum real quick. I heard, Joe, that Astrid has a little bit of a market manipulation that we were reading an article on a couple of days ago. Have you heard that?
I would not doubt.
It says it was. I was looking at the 3-day, but I was skeptical if that was the 3-day. Or maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Well, we're over here. We definitely came down and squished, man, back here. What is this? October 7th? What's today's date? We definitely squished all that liquidity out. We kind of been trading sideways. People don't really know what to do. We popped up, made these people have false hopes. We came down, snagged them again, man. Snagged them again. But the good news is there's a big liquidity pool at 40, just shy of 4,600. So I know I want to go back up to 4,600. So don't let that get you down, man. Don't let that get you down. Where we're at for the data for October, I don't know. Let's take a look. Data for October is still coming in at 7.6% for so far. So I mean, guys, don't worry, man. We have plenty of time left this month. We're only 8 days into October. Only 8 days, Joe. That's it.
That's right.
Let's take a peek real quick on Bubbles and check out the top 200 coins. Toshi's been pumping today. I have all the memes. So this was that coin I was telling you about earlier, Joe, the forum one, where they were like, if this is the meme coin that they were like, some guy put $3,500 into it and made $5 million. I'm like, that's not a thing. But this one's been cracking me up too. A Pepe, ape and a Pepe. I don't really know what it is, but I just saw it recently for the first time. It was cracking me up. And Toshi up 13% today. That's because Toshi's on top of base, isn't it? I mean, BNB. Oh, no, wait. Toshi's base. That's interesting. If Toshi's pumping, shouldn't Aerodrome be pumping? Because also a base token? I thought it was BNB for a second. But Toshi's the name of Brian Armstrong's cat, right?
I believe so. Cat or dog? I forget what they're all doing.
All we know is a cat and dog can be a person now.
Right.
Shoot, I was gonna look something up about Toshi real quick, but now I was gonna look up Aerodrome because I was kind of curious if Toshi's up. Does that mean Aerodrome's up? No, Aerodrome's it's about sideways. Huh, well, never mind then. Cheems is up 33%. Some weird meme coin, I think. Oh, that's cool. That was super exciting. I'm glad we came out of bubble, so I learned everything about life over there. Teams really influenced my decisions on what not to buy.
Mm-hmm.
Frick, man. I mean, I don't really know what you guys want to take a look at. I mean, we're getting pretty close to probably wrapping it up. I don't know how much time Joe has left. I want to be respectful of him. We need his golden hair to grow out long. He just cut it all off, guys. He cut it all off. I was surprised. That's right, man. Plume. I remember Plume. Well, you were probably the one that was asking a while ago about Plume, huh? What is Plume? Isn't Plume on RWA? Plume. Dude, Picoin's at 23 cents, Joe. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. It's crazy. It's been out for that many months already. It's been out, dude, like since February. Dude, that is crazy. We'll take a look at the Pluminator. We're going to find Joe an excellent trade. That's what we're going to do, guys. If we can find him a trade, he said he'll promise he'll come back. Well,
it is a real-world asset. It's a layer 1, made in America, World Liberty Fi ecosystem, market cap of 311 million.
Will Liberty or Plume?
Plume. Plume is World Financial Liberty, World Liberty Financial, however you say it, ecosystem, layer 1, made in America coin.
Really?
Real world asset. Yeah.
So Plume is built on top of World Liberty, the Trump coin.
Well, it's part of their ecosystem. So this
What?
coin is in their ecosystem.
No freaking way! I had no idea. Now this coin actually has me somewhat interested. Well, we have a green dot on the weekly, so that's really good. But Plume on the hourly, we haven't quite bottomed yet. I mean, it very well could be a bottom because there's a very, 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 very strong support level down here. But we haven't clipped yet, man. We haven't made the cup. Once we make a cup and make a green dot, I feel a lot better. We are pretty far away from the 21, so there's a good chance we could be pulled back up to it. We made a blood diamond on the 4 hour. Boom, X. Boom, trigger wave red down to the downside. I don't think we bottomed yet. I think we still have a little bit more to go on the 4 hour. I own Hut stock. I believe Onda and Will Liberty has some sort of partnership. Well, that'd be pretty big. New York Stock Exchange or something with the sorts of investments, chunk of money into Plume. What's Hut stock? It's also got some kind of Will Liberty financial connection. Hut stock does? Dude, I have no idea. I mean, this is the kind of like news to me. I thought it was an RWA play. I didn't know it was on top of World Liberty though. That's pretty awesome. The 12 hour is still showing momentum to the downside. We did touch the 21 though, MA, which is a pretty strong level of support. You know, I think we got this range for support. I wouldn't be surprised if we come back down below 10 cents. Hunting mine. It's some type of mining. It's been ripping. Hunt 8. Oh, Hunt B. Or Hunt 8. I do not know what that is. I'll have to take a look at it. Have you heard of it, Joe?
No idea.
Trigger wave to the downside right now in Plume. If I was you or Joe and I wasn't already in a trade, I would probably short this, to be perfectly honest. At least for the next couple of days. I just don't think that we're done dumping, if you want my honest opinion. I think that we could have a little bit more to go. Maybe the 3-day doesn't look bad, but the 12 hour and the 4 hour look pretty gross to me. I think we still have a little bit more to go. Daniel Kaufman. Daniel, I know you love Avalanche. As soon as I saw your name, I would totally have done Avalanche for you. Absolutely. Or Joe, do you want to cover Avalanche?
What's up?
You want to cover Avalanche? Or you want me to do it?
I can do it.
There we go. I'm gonna throw Joe on there. Jojo, dude, I love that coin on the background, Joe. That's really nice. Did you create that? Did you find it?
I asked Rock.
Grok did a good job, man.
Grok do it for me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you all hopefully a gem since I'm here and since Daniel asked for Avalanche. Oh, wait. Is Avalanche AVAX?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Was there another Avalanche you were going to give us?
No, this is the one. Short. So screenshot this, and then of course I'll. This is. I gave this to my VIP. So it's an aggressive entry right now. Yellow circle is aggressive entry. I'm thinking we may pull back up to come down. This would be a safer entry once we break the 27.789. This will be on the 4-hour candle. So these are very specific instructions. The 4-hour candle must close underneath 27.789. If the 4-hour candle does not close under here, do not enter. This is never financial advice. This is only for entertainment purposes, but that's the safer entry. If you want to do aggressive entry, then you enter now, and your stop loss would be here. Now, the suggestions that I made for my group, 2 to 4x. So if you do an aggressive entry, you can do up to 4x leverage. If you wait for the safer entry, because your stop loss now is going to be down here, well, now you do a 2x. See how that works? We're managing risk, which is very important, and we are, scaling into the trade. So this is a setup. So let's come back over here to AVAX. So AVAX. So AVAX. This was on my YouTube. This was 6 to 8. Okay. Enter only if candle close above. Okay. So what time frame? Do I put a time frame? Normally I do a time frame. Let's go 4 hours.
DCA said should have bought DOT instead.
So this one, we would have entered the trade because more than likely it would have been a 4 hour. And I didn't put a target. So this wasn't even a real setup because I don't even have a target. But let's go ahead and delete all this. And let's go and just look at this. So AVAX on the daily. Okay, we had this nice little run up, pull back, liking it. So the part that I don't like is that it broke this level. It broke this level. This is a really nice support. We did try to go above it. We're coming back down. Not looking strong at the moment. This is buying pressure. So that's what led it to come in here. So this could be an area for a potential bounce. But if we're trying to go long, we want to at least break 28596. If we're trying to go short, we want to see it maintain below that level. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, now actually I just did a video of this for my group. Check this out. So right here is a very important level. This is on the 4-hour time frame. We had this going up, so this is fine. It's perfect. Comes down here, passes it barely, but then comes back, taps it, comes up, and what we're doing now is we're losing strength. And what I do is I look at the momentum of the trade, I look at the strength of the trade, I look at the levels, because all that's momentum and strength. Here we have a high, lower high, lower high. We're losing the momentum, we're losing the strength, and then we broke this. This is when we entered this for our aggressive short, thinking that, okay, well, we could potentially bounce here or here. I mean, we can bounce anywhere. Comes down here, beautiful bounce, coming up, beautiful rejection. Y'all see that? Beautiful rejection, coming down. Okay, I'm more confident in this short until we break this. If we happen to break above this level, 31.290, then I can go long. But until then, I'm going to go short for all the reasons that I just mentioned. We're underneath the daily support level. We're currently came up here to do this retest of the 4-hour. We're coming down. Another thing that I like to do is to see the extension leg. I look at each extension leg. So the extension leg, it is okay for it to retrace 38. My numbers are 38 and 50. So 38% and 50% is okay for it to retrace from the bottom to the top. And if the price comes down here to the 382, that's fine. Keep on coming up. Got it. Comes down to the 0.5, well, then it might do a lower high. Everybody freaks out on lower highs, and it's fine as long as we don't cross this level. If we cross this level, danger, because now we can go into the golden pocket, break below the 618. This is my danger zone, 618. And because now what we're doing is we're losing momentum, we're losing strength, so that higher potential of getting rejected off of the 618, continuing down, taking 100% of the move that we just made, and now we're doing lower high, lower high. So that's one thing that I look at. Now, since we didn't do this, we broke below this, we're breaking below the 618, we still have 20 minutes to go. There's a really high chance that if it comes up, and more than likely it will, that we'll get something like this. So this is the reason for my short. I hope you all enjoyed that little breakdown.
I like that, Joe. I think that was really well done, and I have no disagreements with you on that at all. Daniel, I don't remember the last time you came in and asked about AVAX, but you should have came in a couple of days ago and asked about it again, because I know it's been probably a week. I think. Excuse me. Yeah. So we're gonna cover Toshi, and I want also, before I jump into Toshi, we have 20 people watching. If you guys didn't know, which I've already said it once, but I'm trying to get it popping off. You guys come over to our X account and find this link in your description. If you guys share it, tag us, put your favorite crypto in there. We're doing a $100 giveaway in a week, the 15th, and we will probably do one every 2 weeks. So right now you have a 1 in 6 shot of winning $100, which that's pretty good, guys. If you haven't done it, you want $100, come over here, share this, tag us, put your favorite coin in there, guys. But okay, so we'll jump into Toshi. Toshi DZ wants the Toshi. Well, we're gonna come into the 1 hour, and right now what I would say we got going for Toshi is VWAP is coming down. Money flow did tick down a little bit, but we're doing okay on the money flow. But we do have the momentum wave that we're fighting, pushing us downwards. Now the strength, Stokes, and RSI are coming down, and we currently have not made a lower low, but we're projected to make another red candle. We are kind of bouncing off a little bit off the 21. We're going to stretch into the 4 hour because I want a little bit more picture. I want a little bit more data. Maybe I might even take a look at the 15 minute. The 15 minute, we do have a green dot coming up. The VWAP is coming up. Stokes RSI are coming up. Well, okay, that's pretty cool. But what we do have for us, which will probably really determine what the 1 hour is going to do, is if we can break above the 21. We stopped on it. We did. We stopped right before the 21. That's the thick white line. If we can't get above it and create another higher high, I would expect a trend reversal will start happening. The green dot does make me feel pretty good, but the 1 hour did not make me feel overly great. 30 minute, it's okay. I would lean towards the 15 minute, and I'd be watching that. I think that will give you the outcome of the 1 hour. Now, if we go into a longer time frame, like the 4 hour, we have been pumping. We are pretty far away right now from the 21. Momentum on the blue momentum waves are looking pretty good, but we're also not looking overly great. In the sense, strength and Stokes and RSI are coming in. Money flow is good. We need money flow, facts. To continue up, we need that. Where are we at on the legs? What are we doing? Where's my next little resistance lines? I feel like a little bit I'm talking out my ass right now. No offense to myself, but where the heck are we at in support and resistance? Where are we at? Wow, it's been a while since Toshi has pumped. I mean, we did just looks like break above this resistance. I mean, the next level would be 111.327. Would be the next area where we can run into a little bit of trouble. Where am I at? Scrolling over here. The momentum wave does look pretty good though, and what I mean by that is money flow is good. VWAP is breaking up. Stokes RSI are low on a longer time frame, like the 12 hour. And the strength is coming up right now. But it's really hard to me to give you non-financial advice and say get in, because I never want you guys to get into a long candle and just ape and ride the wave. Sometimes that'll play out. But typically, if I was in this trade, I would have taken profits on. If I got in down here, I would have taken like 10% of my money out right here, another 15% right here, another 25% right here. And I would be, if it legs up again, I would be taking another more of my money out of it and starting to move it around to something else that looks like a good setup to me. It could continue going, and it could completely rip. It's getting into an area. It's getting a little, I don't know, a little unknown, I guess. We went from a 10, 11, 9, 8, so it looks like it's starting to run out of steam to me. But the momentum waves are still going. So it's like the question is how much of this move is left. And it's really kind of hard to say. Like I said, our next area of resistance would be around this 111, 2, 3, 4 range. And, maybe we could bust through that and we hit a new all-time high from this area. I don't know if this is actually the all-time high, but it looks like the all-time high. And then it's just free range to the surface. But the one thing that you kind of have to take in place with Toshi is that the base ecosystem is not really running right now. Toshi just seems like it's like one of the only ones on top of base that is running. And so that's the one I'd be like the most, I would be taking profits. That's what I would do. What's the most bullish coin for that night going in tomorrow? Well, that could be a really long conversation to really have. I would say I'm pretty bearish actually on most of the coins. So it depends if you want to short. I would be looking more into shorting something. If you want, we might as well do a quick scan of something. Rather in the space, I usually check out the 12-hour if I'm going to short something. The daily, everything kind of has like a little red dot through the trigger wave. But if you want to do like a going into the morning, you probably want some more in the 4-hour. Even theta, it has a red dot to the downside. Money flow is dipping, VWAP's coming down. That's a likelihood of a short. The trick is to get into them before like you really dump. But if you zoom into this pattern right here, this dot right here, we have 6 minutes till we close this 4-hour candle, and I'm gonna say we're probably coming down farther, maybe to 6.9. I mean, it really depends on your perspective and what you want to short and what you don't really want to short. I could do a quick scan though for you. I'm probably gonna do the 12-hour though because I like to do the 12-hour. Bitcoin Cash looks okay. Momentum coming down. I'm gonna go kind of quick, guys, because I'm just trying to give you a quickie. No sexual connotation to that. I'm just just trying to go. That's BNB. You're trading against the pattern, okay, on BNB. It's been so hot, but I feel like we're getting close to a breakdown to retest at 21. Okay, that's one I'd probably be looking into. Shorting, you want to do like the opposite, and that's another thing too. You kind of like you want to do the opposite. When I see green, I want to short. When I see red, I want to long. It's just kind of like one of the perspectives, and you have to do your own TA over it. CryptoFace said something, Joe, that I really liked. He said, "If you put your faith into another man, you'll always be let down." And I'm like, I feel like that's pretty true. If you just trust people on YouTube, even myself, I feel like I will let you down. I'm human and I can't do that. That's one of the reasons why I learned to do this myself, is because I felt like that was happening to me. Aptos, it's red. The momentum wave's really coming down. The VWAP's coming down. Money flow's coming down. We could have more to go. If we break this little bit of resistance right here, we could drop down to this level. I think that's pretty realistic too. That's 486. So it really depends on your perspective and what you want to do. Now, I don't even know. This is black hole. I wouldn't trade black hole. I'll just be perfectly honest. I like watching it because it's part of Elio's ecosystem. I like to troll Elio. But I mean, yeah, man. I mean, this whole space looks kind of red to me. I would love to wake up and we get some sort of green movement to the upside and be like, hey, I feel pretty good about these charts. But I'd be short, and a lot of the problems that you're trying to short right now, you're shorting into a dip already. The trick is to catch it before it goes. His Avantis actually looks like something. I'd be getting ready into a long for it. This is where I set up that I'd be kind of eyeballing for a range, because where it's at, it pumped up, it gave back literally like 50% of its range. We're at this bare minimum. We're stuck between this level and this level. That could be a good entry point. And if it was me, I might even enter right here. And then if we go lower, I might DCA and then DTA, if you believe in the project. So I guess I don't really have a really good answer for you without doing a really deep dive on what's a really good coin to make all your gains on. If I could tell you that, I would do that myself. Cody's doing something. Why is this pumping so hard? It's maybe catch going into a long. I mean, that's pretty strong. bullish momentum coming into Cody. That's a layer on top of Cardano ecosystem. I don't know if that helps you, DZ, but appreciate that question. Daniel said, we're running out of time, guys. We're going to wrap it up here in just a second. Daniel says, if I hold AVAX until the next bull run, could it possibly hit $1,000 a coin? Not financial advice. Avalanche will hit $200 this bull run, baby. AVAX to the moon. AVAX hits 100 million. I'm selling all my. If it hits 100, I'm selling half my Avalanche bag. No problem, DZ. Daniel, not financial advice. I can't tell you it's going to go to $100 a coin. I really think it will. I really think it could hit $200 a coin. Now, if you trying to figure out if it's going to be around in 4 years from now, that's a very difficult decision because half the coins right now are probably not going to hit a new all-time high. And I like AVAX, but look at Polygon. Do you think Polygon's going to hit a new all-time high? It could, but it doesn't feel like it where it's currently at. I'm not going to give you BS. It's probably not going to happen. And that's one of my things. A lot of people swore up and down that Polygon was going to make it. They swore they DCA'd it. I remember somebody telling me they sold like 6 ETH when it dropped down to 60 cents and bought Polygon. Now look at it. It's not doing great. So I would love to tell you it is, but my advice is if you want something that's going to be around next bull market, buy Bitcoin. That'll probably be your best bet. Even if something with XRP could happen and it goes to zero. Look at Luna Classic. Everybody swore up and down that bull run Luna was going to be around. So there's no such thing as a guarantee besides things that have stood the test of time. And I think that the one and the only ones is Bitcoin. Why did I say only Bitcoin? Because Ethereum's been hacked. Why do you think there's an Ethereum Classic? That's just my own 2 cents. Guys, if you haven't already, Joe's kicked ass today. He showed up. He did amazing TA. He even gave you guys some alpha from his VIP group, guys over there on AVAX. If you haven't, literally go to YouTube. Just leave right now. Go find Joe. Trade Intuition and go subscribe to him because he is awesome. We appreciate having him on. He's the man to make this happen tonight. And Joe, do you have any last words?
Just tune in. So for me, I go live on my channel, Trade Intuition, every day, Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard, Saturday and Sunday at 4. I show you how to trade. I want to get rich with you, not because of you. For that reason, I don't charge. I do have a VIP, and that's only if you want, all the updates that I do and everything else. If you can just wait for the next day for the live stream, then just wait. But like everybody wants to get rich off of you. Everybody wants to profit off of and they have keywords too. Like they show you the greed. You're like, oh, look at all these gains. Look at what we did. And so I don't do any of that stuff. I don't sell you anything. If you like it, great. If you don't, just watch in for the next day and, ask for a coin, and we do setups. We make people money, not financial advice stuff. Do we lose? Yes, we lose. Give you a heads up.
Hey, it's like blackjack, man. If you can card count, you win more than you lose, man.
There you go.
And guys, I could be speaking out of terms here, but Joe, you don't charge $99 a month for your Discord, do you?
Well, I do charge $99 a month for my VIP group.
Yeah.
But do you need it? And I even say this on my live streams. I have the worst business model ever because I show people how to trade, all the tips and tricks, all the secrets, everything on my live streams.
Yeah.
You do not need to join my group to learn how to trade. Will you learn faster? Yes, of course. Or you can just ask me on the live streams. How do you do this? How do you use this indicator? Now, if you want access to me and all of my updates, then yes, you pay.
There you go, man.
You don't need it.
And you got setups. Yeah, and you help people find their setups.
Yeah, and there's times where I'm trying to post more on X, where it's like, hey, this is what we did. We did this setup on YouTube, and then I'll update it. Oh, our first target hit, or we got stopped out, whichever it is. And I mean, we make. Again, I mean, we lose too. Yeah. And the very first thing, like if y'all watch me, you will see at the very beginning of the show, hey guys, we were in 2 trades and we got stopped out. And I explained why we got stopped out during the show, to where it's not like always look at these gains, trying to sell. It's just if you want access to me, you join the group. If not, I do have a free Discord, and I also have I'm opening up a free Telegram. So there I'm, helping people still, but it's not the 24/7 access.
Yeah. Well, cool. Thank you, Joe. Guys, I see that we have 25 people in here right now, and I just want to point this out one last time. Guys, if you come over to our X account, follow us, share our BitFi link, and tag us and put your favorite coin in here. Follow us on X, tag us in the share, and put your favorite crypto in there. We're giving away $100 to someone who does that. Right now, you have a 1 in 6 shot of winning that $100. It will be on the 15th. And if you guys can become a regular, we will do this twice a month. That is our goal. Come over here. What's Joe's X name? Joe, what's your X name? I'm assuming it's Trade Intuition.
Yeah, Trade Intuition.
Trade Intuition. There you go. Francisco Santos, we go live every day. Oh, no, I shouldn't say every day. Monday through Friday, 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. And then Saturday we will go live. Yeah, it's just a random time. Then we're here for the weekly close on Sunday. But which is about an hour and a half from now, from whatever time frame you are in, Francisco. I just want to give everybody a shout out, and then we're gonna pop off. Thank you, LT, for showing up today. Thank you, Francisco, for showing up. Joe, thank you for being a wonderful friend and joining me tonight. DZ, thank you for showing up. Daniel, come on, man. Let's hit a $200 AVAX, man. Let's do it. Thank you for showing up, Daniel. DCA, let's crack a lacking, bro. You cracking me up is what you were doing tonight. Chris, thank you for showing up. Sorry we kept you up too late. Scrolling. Connor, thanks for pointing out Plume for us and having Joe tell me that it's part of Real Liberty. I think that really piqued up my interest. MD, not you. Thank you for showing up. Kicking butt and taking names. We got Chris, LT. Did I call out LT? Thank you, LT, if I didn't call you out, for showing up. Jay Violet, thank you for showing up. I appreciate you and thankful that everybody's here. Nate Dog, what's up, man? Thank you for coming in, saying hi. Scrolling. John 3:16. We love you, brother. I hope you're driving safe. Enjoy your day. I see that we have 577 subscribers in here, so I also want to shout out. 579 now. Holy cow, you guys are crushing it. Shout out to 576, 577, 578, and 579. Guys, we are killing it lately. If you haven't already, join the Discord. We're going to go have a party, and we're celebrating each and every single one of you guys. You can find that link in the description. If not, we'll be back tomorrow, 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. Well, I say we. I think me and Trent. I think Joe is going to be sleeping, but actually, I don't know if he's sleeping. I don't know what time we kept you up late. But anyways, guys, hey, take care. We'll be back tomorrow. Peace out, y'all. Oh, I forgot to end the poll. Guys, the poll is leading 125K for next move for Bitcoin.